Capricorn, hi. So this is going to be a reading for May 18th through the 24th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. We've got all 4 cats in the house, which is something that rarely or ever happens. Cosmo's right there. Kai, Juno, Felix. They just... Kai is the only, as you can see, the only unsettled one. He just went in there. And I'm like, boy, I can't wait for you. We gotta start. If you want to be here, good. If not, you're free to go. And he went there. And then I started. So we shall see. He usually falls asleep right away. But the overall energy for the reading, the 2 of Pentacles. Either you got too much on your plate, or there's a couple situations you're dealing with but can't quite balance it all out. In the recent past, the 7 of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, smooth energy, clean cut, very invested in, especially your stability, even emotionally involved. Like everything is straight up, like you're good to go there. All right, all good there. In the current situation, the Justice card, the Ace of Swords, the Page of Cups. Yeah, there's a need for balance. There's a need to put things in order, you know. And that's where you're acting from here. You know, I don't know if it's in regards to one particular situation or multiple, but yeah, that's what you're doing here. Trying to get things in order here. In the immediate future, the 8 of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Chariot. Very driven here. I feel like we're back to working on your stability here. So maybe work or home or all of the above. But very driven type of an energy. And the universe is right there by your side, kind of giving you the thumbs up. Like, yeah, you're doing good here. Keep on doing it, you know. But let's see. Let's clarify. Let's see what's up. Let me do the 2 of Pentacles. The Strength card, the 4 of Swords, the Queen of Cups. Okay. Yeah, I almost picture you just kind of losing it for a split second, being like, oh my God, this is too much. But then you remember that, okay, let's breathe. Let's take it one day at a time. Let's take it easy here and we'll be fine. So you know what you got to do, but you do have these slip-ups sometimes, you know, in which you almost panic for a split second. Where you feel like you're overwhelmed, like, oh my God, there's so much, there's this, there's that, how do I put it all together? But then you realize that's just your mind kind of taking you places, you know. And again, you seem to be the one that kind of brings yourself back there, so perfect. For the 7 of Pentacles in the recent past, you get the 6 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the 5 of Cups. All right, so the stability of yours, at least back there, was definitely shared with another. There's a soul connection in the mix. At some point, I do see you kind of disconnecting from that soul connection, so kind of doing your own thing, you know? But still working towards a sense of creating your stability, you know? If it's not within the context of that soul connection, then just for you. It's like, okay, I got to start focusing on that. Let me do the Queen of Cups in the recent past, the 10 of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords. Why are there's too many cooks in the kitchen? What's going on here? Some of the cooks are good. Some of them need to go back to cooking school. I don't know what's going on. You're showing me again a sense of partnership, but there's pain within it. But I can't tell if it's the same soul connection that you've just shown me. I don't think so. I think it's something else. But like, all looks good, and then there's these little labels on certain energies that are around you. Let me do the 10 of Pentacles in the recent past. You get the 5 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords. Is this like a representation of, you know, when the shit hits the fan, we're still good. We're gonna fall a little bit, but then we're gonna get up and go type of a thing? I think that's what it's trying to tell me here. Because otherwise, yeah, it's just representing kind of a crash, but then finding a way to keep going with all of that. But it's a blend of things where you're not pointing me towards something in particular that happened, and you don't have to. You could just kind of show me the overall experiences that you may have had and how some of them, you know, as painful as they were, they actually helped you grow and kind of kick ass, you know, kind of start picking things up and doing something for yourself. It could be just a representation of that. There's multiple directions in here, but one particular goal. And that's your stability and fighting for that through all of it. In the current situation, for the Justice card, you get the 4 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, the 7 of Wands. Okay. So something looks fairly okay. There's a commitment here that is going on that you're very focused on. And within this commitment, everything looks fairly okay. There's a little bit of rejection on your end, almost like, yeah, everything's good here, everything, but I'm not in the mood today for it, or something like that. And it's like, wait, what? So, okay, so there's little things that piss you off in there, but it's not. The general gist of this is that you're feeling good about this commitment. Okay. For the Ace of Swords, you get the 4 of Pentacles, the Lovers, the King of Swords. I think you want a little more showing up. I think you're kind of frustrated because of your own expectation over something. You're kind of giving me a sense of, you know, yeah, it's all good, but like it could be so much better, and you know, whoever's at the other end of this could actually pick it up a notch, maybe, to make it better. Because I'm doing everything, I'm perfect. They should. Why am I getting the sense that you're pointing at them? Because you're upset and you're like, you didn't do that. I have to go ahead and do it. Okay, so that's where we're at with this. You have some expectations here. Okay, let me do the Page of Cups, the 5 of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant. See, these are little things that you don't take as little. They're big to you in the moment because it's like, no, it's not. It's important. It pisses me off at times. Okay, got it. In the bigger picture, though, you keep on showing me what this represents, and you keep on showing me something quite nice. You know? Could they do more? Sure. Could you? Sure. You know? But like, because it creates like, so this is the bigger picture, right? And I see spots in there, like dark spots, and the dark spots are, you know, these little conflicts that come in from, again, expectations, maybe at times a need to have control over the situation. Like, if you were to do that, then things would play out like that. No, that's not true. That's control. So, you know, there's little spots here and there, and those spots don't need to be there. If you were to release any kind of expectation here and the need to have things go a certain way, these little spots would be gone, you know? So it's an issue within a certain commitment that probably even gets you into this place of even panicking for a split second. Like, what do I do? What do I do? Because that's where we get to when we feel like we're losing control, which we don't even have to begin with. But, you know, that's where the mind takes us. But for the 8 of Pentacles in the immediate future, you get the 8 of Pentacles, again, the Page of Swords, the 3 of Cups. Okay. You're killing me. I think you're one of the only ones that always knows what's up. So you kind of go through an experience like this, and then you kind of come out at the other end of it and say, oh yeah, that's right. I know exactly what to do here. And you're just kind of starting to step back in the present moment and just be with the situation for what is. And then you're showing up. Oh, everything's okay now. Okay. So we just went through all that for, not for nothing. You're learning out of it, you know? Because then all of that energy is gone, and then I see you just kind of being with it and saying, okay, everything good now. Everything good here. We're good. Let me do the Knight of Swords. In the immediate future, the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. You do have a certain drive to you when it comes to, again, I kind of get the sense that this is about your personal stability and your frame over what you want that to be. And you carry yourself through under quite the drive. Under that drive, there's a lot of insecurities, though. There's a lot of hesitation. There's a lot of, that's where the, oh my God, what do I do, stands the most. So even though you're carrying yourself under a lot of determination, underneath it all, the mind plays tricks on you and tells you, you can't do this. No way in hell you can ever pull this off. What's wrong with you? So those insecurities are playing off, energetically speaking, in the background, but they're part of you. So again, as you present yourself driven and determined, and underneath it all, there's thoughts going 100 miles an hour in there, telling you can't do this. No way. That's your mind, you know, that kind of holds you in that place of doubt. And that's going to be activated a lot in those times in which you do kind of go for something that's important for you, you know? The doubt, the fears, the insecurities, all of that. So those are all part of the mind. You're still kind of pushing through those, but they may slow you down at times. And I think you know that part too. For the Chariot in the immediate future, you get the Knight of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Cups. Okay, and sometimes you remember to connect to everything else, not with the mind. And that's when you see the confirmations from the universe, the signs, the whatever it is that you're seeing. Everything kind of playing out nicely and smoothly, and then you feel happy. Yeah. Because, you know, you don't have control over things. All you can do is show up. And when you do show up, just remember the mind is going to try to hold you back, because that's the mind's way to protect us. You know, don't do that. Don't go there. Don't stay right here. You know where here is. You're comfortable with here. You know, so that's what the mind does. And it throws insecurities at us and all sorts of things. So if you don't want to get past that, then you'll stay put. But I see you really wanting to build something here. And when you connect with your heart there, through all of that you're trying to build, that's when you see it all playing out nicely. You know? But you know all these things. Because then, yeah, as I said, you're one of the few ones that after the fact is like, oh, I know what I gotta do. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes it's good to hear a reminder. From the universe for you as a final advice, the Nine of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, again, energetically speaking, at a deeper level than just the dark spots here and there within that commitment that you're part of, everything's great there. I look at your energy and I see you happy. You know? It's going to be your expectations, your need to control certain things. That's just going to make everything look like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But energetically speaking, everything's smooth here. So, anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.